Do I need to do something with holes, or... I am drawing a blank, and this is not good. There's room to the left of the vase. Yeah, I think the whole point of that was trying to tell you something about it. The vase looks pretty expensive. There's some expensive looking ceramics and porcelain in here. Vase looks pretty expensive. Number of expensive looking plates. Still that. Okay. Couple pieces of art in here. Can't say if they're very good or not. Couple pieces of art. Good or not. Art in here. Good or not. I must be missing something. What am I missing? I suppose I could go back in the bathroom. Or in here in the dark room. The spoopy, scary dark room. Too dark to search for anything. As cool as quiet as death itself. Well, that's morbid. I guess we go this way now. What am I missing? Whoa, look! Junpei! There's a mushroom growing out of the wall! That's a shower head. Has the dude never seen a shower head? This is the bathroom wall. The whole wall is covered in these square tiles. Yep. Let's try spreading the curtains again. There's a hole in the curtain. If I look at it from ways back, I can see a single tile. Alright, from here I can see what tile it is. Looks like it's 5th from the top and 3rd from the right. 5th from the top, 3rd from the right. Okay. 5th from the top, 3rd from the right. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, looking through this hole I can see a white tile, 5th from the top, 3rd from the right. Let's have a closer look, shall we? Nothing strange here. Nope, the thing's not budging. Well, that means it might budge on the other side. I get it. Logic. Junpei, you miss her so much, you don't have to keep coming back here. Psh! No, that's not what this is. I'm just being like a bridge between the two rooms. Uh-huh. You just keep telling yourself that. Now get out here and go help June. Time for science. Do I have to click the same spot or will it do it automatically? The bath in Lotus's room. I saw a partial tile when I looked through the hole in the shower curtain. Maybe if I look in the same place over here... Alright, now where was it? 5th one from the top, 3rd one from the right. What are you mumbling about, Jumpy? Oh, sorry. Could you be quiet for a minute? I don't want to forget this. Oh, so I actually have to tap it. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here it is! Yes, this one's loose! I think I can get under this with my nails and... Yes! Aha! Please tell me I don't have to flip them around and junk. If I do, I'm going to be in a pretty shit scenario. There's a tile in the frame, so I guess I'm supposed to put the tiles in the empty spaces. Alright, I'm going to give it a shot. Fuck. That looks right. Oh, never mind. I figured it out easy. Yes! I did it! There. Picture complete. And there goes the frame. What's this? What do you mean, what's this? Obvious, isn't it? Or pretty obvious, isn't it? There's a hole in the wall. Like hiding a safe or something, you know? Anyway, let's take a look. I think there's something inside. And it would be a key! A Mars key! We did it! Yay! And... Whoa! This is one of those Mars symbols. The door at the end of the hallway. It has the same symbol engraved on the keyhole. Then that's gotta mean... Yes, we can use this to get through that door. Huzzah! We did it! Take that! Junpei messed around a bit with the key he had. It looked blankly at the picture. What's the deal with this picture anyway? Sam had only been mumbling to himself, but it drew Lotus's attention. She looked at the picture and paused. I think I've seen this picture before. Where? In a book. There's a British biochemist named Sheldrake. He has a rather interesting theory. I saw this picture in his book. What's this interesting theory? Morphogenic field, which relies on the theory of morphic resonance. She's really smart. Man, I can't deal with this. Just listening to you talk about this gives me a headache. I have to agree. Santa put his hands on his head as though he were in great pain. Lotus merely arched an eyebrow at his direction and continued. It's not a difficult concept to grasp. In essence, he states that the shapes of living organisms and their behavioral patterns are transmitted through a field not visible to the eye. What part of that isn't difficult exactly? Lotus did not look pleased. Alright, how about this? Theory of telepathic mechanisms. Telepathy? Yes, telepathy. Well, perhaps not exactly telepathy, but it's close enough for a simple approximation. Santa suddenly burst into laughter. Are you serious? Telepathy? Who do you think we are? Kids from the 70s? I can't believe someone would actually do serious research on something like that. Yes, I agree. Lotus's response was surprisingly curt. Junpei had expected at least some conflict. I read the book, but I can hardly say I understood it. I'm in no position to defend or condemn anything it said. It was probably just someone latching on to a statistical outlier for some study, and turning it into a ridiculous theory. There's no scientific merit in any of it, I'm sure. But even so, Anyway, I saw a picture like that one in his book. Lotus indicated the picture they'd been looking at. After a moment, she walked up to the strange picture, examined it, then spoke. Hey, what do you think this picture looks like? Santa answered first. What do you mean? Isn't it just, like, abstract or something like that? It's just black and white scribbles. There's no meaning to it. I agree with him. That's it. What about you, Junpei? Does it look like anything to you? What are my options? I guess it looks like a man's face, a butterfly, a koi, a dog floating, a small boat floating on a lake, or whatever the fuck a funyaripina is. Well, of those, I don't think it looks like a dog. I don't think it looks like a butterfly either. Doesn't look like a small boat floating on a lake. I don't see a man's face. Fuck it, I guess I'll go with whatever fuck a funyaripina is. A funyaripina? See, I mean, it totally looks like one here and here. Junpei indicated the parts of the picture that looked exactly like the other parts. After 3 seconds of silence, Lotus looked at Junpei. What the hell is a funyaripina? I agree. What do you mean, what the hell is a funyaripina? You mean you don't know? How the hell would I know? How could you not know? That's practically blasphemy. Say you're sorry. Apologize to the funyaripina. Goodness, you're so rude. Such a rude woman. Another 3 seconds of awkward silence went by. Lotus opened her mouth as she shook. Junpei, are you just screwing around? Forget it. I'm just gonna tell you. This is a dog. That is not a dog! See, like this? Lotus pointed at the parts of the pictures, and eventually a dog took shape in them. It looked as though she had a point. Oh, now I see it! I was looking at the wrong part before. Okay, so that's the head, I guess. I guess I see it now. I was looking at the black things, not the outer limits, too. If I had looked at that, I would have said a dog. Probably. I didn't think to do that, even though it was probably obvious. It was a dog. Santa also nodded in agreement. So, now we know what it's a picture of, but I don't see how it helps us. Lotus nodded and began to speak. A TV show from Great Britain did an experiment once. They took two similar pictures. Both of them were difficult to identify initially. Once you figured out the answer, you couldn't see it as anything else. So it's kind of like the vases that are also two people thing. First picture was a woman wearing a hat. The other one, well, to make it easier, let's just say it was this picture of a dog. How is it a woman with a hat? I don't see that. I see the dog very easily, but the woman with a hat. So their experiment. First, they set the pictures to other parts of the world where British radio and television didn't reach. To Ireland, the US, Africa, Europe, etc. Then in each country they gathered a number of test subjects. All in all, there were roughly 1,000 people. Those 1,000 people were shown two pictures and asked, "What does this picture look like to you?" The results, in and of themselves, were not terribly interesting. 9.2% of the pictures saw the lady in the lady picture. Yeah, now I see it. 3.9% saw the dog in the dog picture. Then 2 days later, they broadcasted a new show. During the 30-minute show, they broadcast the dog picture and its solution. The audience was estimated to be 200,000 people. After the broadcast, it could be assumed that the number of people who knew the solution to the dog picture now totaled over 200,000 people. Okay. After another 2 days had passed, they had gathered a number of research subjects from the area where British TV and radio did not exist. This time, they were only able to sample of roughly 850 people. Naturally, none of them were people who had participated in the first test. They were, however, given the same test and the same two pictures. The results were shocking. 10% of the people who saw the lady in the lady picture 10% of the people saw the lady in the lady picture. The previous test had yielded a 9.2 success rate. The change was not statistically significant. The dog picture, however, produced very different results. The percentage of people to successfully find the dog in the dog grew from 3.9 to 6.8, a very significant increase. So do you understand? Do you realize the significance of this experiment? There was no way the second group could have seen the picture. They lived far away from Britain and could not have seen the picture. But even so, it was only the success rate for the dog picture that went up. Why? How did that happen? What does it mean? Lotus looked back and forth from Junpei and Santa and back again. I haven't the foggiest. Normally calm and collected, she looked now as though she were very nearly possessed, and there was something manic about her manner. Santa took an involuntary step backward. Junpei did not budge and stared straight back into Lotus's eyes. Does it have something to do with that field or whatever it was you were talking about earlier? A field not visible to the eye? So if more people know the answer, that information will pass through the field. Her manner suddenly shifted, and Lotus smiled broadly at Junpei and Santa. She waved her hands dismissively, doing her best to not to laugh at the whole confrontation off. Oh, I was just kidding. You really shouldn't take me so seriously. Well, I mean, the things I just told you about are true. They really did happen. But the results of that experiment really aren't anything to go by. They could have easily falsified them. In the end, I'm sure they were just in it for the ratings. They are a TV station, after all. Okay. At last, it seemed Santa had gained control of his composure. Right. Man, I gotta admit, you had me there for a minute. I really thought you were serious. Of course not. Like I told you before, I'm sure it's just all pseudoscience. I like that kind of science. Hang on one second, I'm gonna take a drink. Oh, that's much better. Oh, okay, right. Santa and Lotus laughed and gave another jovial clap on the shoulder. Junpei, however, didn't feel so much like laughing. Something felt wrong, unclear. Alright, enough nonsense. You've got the key. Let's get out of here. Word. Lotus and Santa walked away from the picture, but Junpei stayed staring at the picture of the dog. I can see the dog. A field not visible to the naked eye. Morphogenics field. The more he thought about it, the more his head hurt. I'm trying to see anything else in the picture. I can clearly see the dog. The black parts on their own don't make anything. It's not a reversible picture. Well, who'd have thought this was behind that frame? That's not what I was trying to pick, but okay. Alright. Let's go to the hallway. I'll go get June. You guys head to the door. Okay. Roger that. Yes! It unlocked! Good job, Junpei. Good. Now we can get going. Come on, what are you guys standing around for? Let's get out of here! Come on, Jumpy, let's go! Alright, let's go. And let's see where we head to after this point. You found it! I did it! Yay! They stepped through the door to find themselves in a wide hallway. With that, I think we're going to end this episode here. In the next episode, we'll see if we meet the others here. See you guys then.